Hey, world builders, welcome back to Build Together. This is day 76. Today's prompt is what's considered old-fashioned in your setting? I wrote a relatively depressing document, to be honest, called The Corruption Cleansers. Some time after the caging of the demon lords, not that long, and once the continent was no longer under the sort of oppressive thumb of the Hebdomad, a bunch of groups started to crop up, kind of aligning themselves with each other and calling themselves corruption cleansers, uh, and citing their purpose as kind of like aiding the Crystal Guard and kind of cleaning up the vestiges of the demon lords. Because tieflings in Atovia are people who have been genetically mutated by sort of long-term exposure to corruptible or corrupting influences. They're not some weird marriage between a human and a demon. They are human beings who have been genetically mutated almost via like a radiation kind of situation by the presence of something like a demon or anything else that kind of like outputs high levels of corrupt meta. Corruption cleansers, seeing these demonic exhibited features like horns and tails and strange complexions and things, went around and were basically witch hunting these people. And also the Emodians are, which are a sort of subgroup of humans who have a rusty red skin, were unfortunately lumped in with them as well, thanks to their complexion. Actually, the reason that public immolation as a way of public execution became popular in Atovia is thanks to corruption cleansers, because this is how they usually got rid of these people. However, obviously, there are worse scenarios and more horrid examples that I won't speak of and that I did not write about because that's not very fun. Now, there are still people who kind of think this way, but along with the prompt, this is considered old fashioned, and corruption cleansing groups don't really exist anymore, at least nowhere that's civilized. And plenty of other groups like the Frozen North areas don't have too much of the demonic genetics still kind of coming down the chain, so they don't even really see a lot of tieflings. When they do, sometimes you have weird reactions, but also their mix up with the emotions is no longer a problem and that kind of thing. So that's what I wrote about. What is considered old fashioned in your world? Thanks for building together.